Good evening, East Alabama. This is the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We want to welcome you in on this rainy Tuesday afternoon. The rain has been coming and going, and it has washed away everything that was scheduled to take place tonight. So a lot of baseball games for area, they have been canceled for tonight due to the weather. Now, here's what the Locker Room has for you today. We kind of hinted at this yesterday, but today we're going to be talking the City of Anniston youth sports. We're going to talk youth basketball with Trevekio Roberts of the City of Anniston. We're going to talk youth soccer with Darren Spruill from the City of Anniston. We're going to talk with those two in the next two segments. As always, we start our show with our scoreboard. But before we get into our scoreboard from baseball and softball and soccer action from yesterday, I want to remind you to hit that like and follow button on our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss the Locker Room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Also tonight at 6:30 p.m., John Holder can tell you more on the weather on our East Alabama Now News. He brings the weather, but our East Alabama Now News is tonight at 6:30. Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards have your local news. And I'll bring you your sports. We'll be talking about a new head football coach at Cleburne County High School. You can get more on that tonight on our East Alabama Now News. Hey, we start our show every day with our scoreboard with action from yesterday. Today is no different, so let's get right into our action from baseball yesterday. We had some area games that were really important. Decided maybe who an area champion was, decided who was going to make the playoffs. Let's start with Piedmont and Welborn. It was a doubleheader for the 3A Area 10 Championship. Piedmont scored a lot of runs, 28 runs in two games, but their pitching was what stood out yesterday. Not only did they give up 0 runs in both games, but Cole Alston pitched a no-hitter in that 18-0 game. He struck out 10 batters, allowed 1 walk. Welborn only had 1 walk. No hits as Cole Alston gets the no-hitter in the 18-0 victory. In the 10-0 victory, Brody Holmesley only gave up 3 hits, and he struck out 11 batters with 1 walk in 5 innings. So Piedmont gave up 3 hits yesterday and gave up 2 walks, and that was it. Now, you score 10 runs and 18 runs. That's a lot of runs. McLean Mohan went 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs in the 10-0 game. Jonah Pike, Cole Wilson, and Hayes Gunn each had a single and 2 RBIs. Jacob McElroy was 2 for 3 with 2 runs, and Cole Alston had a single and scored 3 runs. All of that was in the 10-0 victory. In the second game, the 18-0 victory, Mohan went 2 for 4 with a double, 3 runs, and 3 RBIs, and Kel Alston went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. Pike was 2 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs, and Wilson had a single with 2 RBIs. Holmesley had a double, scored a run. As Piedmont sweeps Welborn to win the area championship, they win 10-0 and 18-0. How about the Oxford Yellow Jackets? They went head-to-head with the Mumford Lions. Carter Johnson hit a home run. He doubled and had 3 RBIs. Oxford moved to 21-8 on the season. Rocco Maniscalco went 3 for 4 with a run and 3 RBIs. How about Reed Maniscalco? Yeah, he went 3 for 3. Perfect day at the plate with 2 runs. Bryson Bradford allowed 2 hits with 3 strikeouts and 6 innings on the mound as the Oxford Yellow Jackets got the win over Mumford 9-3. Let's move to Class 4A. This was a doubleheader. Jamison Edwards and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles won 10-0 in Game 1 and won 11-1 in Game 2, which made it 8 straight wins for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Zay Lemon went 2 for 3. He had a triple, 2 runs and 2 RBIs. This was in the 10-0 win for Jacksonville. Gavin Peeler was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Kingston Peeler was 2 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI. And Matthew Salmon had a single and an RBI. Ryan Mitchell and McGuire Mallett both were on the mound for the Golden Eagles. They only gave up 3 hits in 5 innings. Mitchell had 4 strikeouts. In the second game, which was an 11-1 victory for Jacksonville, they had 6 extra base hits. Kingston Peeler had 2 of those, which were triples. He scored 2 runs, had an RBI. Mitchell went 2 for 3 with a triple, scored 3 runs, and Daryl Atkinson had a triple, a run, and an RBI. Now, that is a lot of triples for a baseball game. Matthew Salmon was perfect at the plate, went 2 for 2 with a double, a run, 2 RBIs, and Braden Loggins had a double, a run, and an RBI. On the mound, Will Greenwood started for the Eagles. He struck out 5 batters, only gave up 1 hit. Matthew Parker also allowed 4 hits and had 3 strikeouts in 3 innings as Jacksonville sweeps Anniston 10-0 and 11-1. This was a must-win game for the Jacksonville Christian Academy Thunder. Coming into this series, if Faith Christian won one game, they advanced to the playoffs. JCA had to win 2 games. Well, JCA has set up a winner-take-all game that is scheduled to take place Thursday after Jacksonville Christian Academy put the thump into Faith Christian as JCA got the 14-4 win. Noah Lee went 2 for 2 with a double, a run, and 4 RBIs, again, as they got the Class 1A Area 12 win. Jesse Ganaway was 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs, and Bryson Dowdy was 2 for 3 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. How about this? Travis Barnhill, great day at the plate. 3 for 4 with a double, 2 runs, and an RBI. He pitched for the Thunder. He got the win, allowing 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 4 2/3 innings. Ganaway came out and struck out the final batter. For Faith Christian, although they lose 14-4, all they got to do is win on Thursday. For them, Vincent Montgomery was 2 for 2 with a double, a run, an RBI, and Eli Robinson had a single and an RBI. So that is all of the baseball action from yesterday. Again, we talked about it. Faith Christian only has to win 1 game. Well, now they're going to go to a winner-take-all game on Thursday. Winners in the playoffs, the loser season is done. It's similar for Donahoe and Pleasant Valley. Because Donahoe lost to Gaston, Pleasant Valley only has to win 1, where Donahoe has to beat them twice. So a lot riding on some of these area series where the team's trying to get into the playoffs. It was a pretty busy day for softball yesterday and soccer. So we're going to go back to our scoreboard. We're going to look at softball and soccer. We're going to start with softball action. How about Coach Bryant and the Pleasant Valley Raiders? They got the 11-1 win over Ranburne. Alexa Cramner hit a home run. Gracie Ward hit a home run. And it was a big 2A Area 9 win for the Pleasant Valley Raiders. How about this? Cramner's home run ended the game by run rule. Ward's was a 3-run homer. Madison Cromer and Haley Lee both went 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. Jordan Cheatwood had 2 singles and RBI. Aubrey Cromer had a single and 2 RBIs. A lot of RBIs in this one. On the mound, it was Lee who pitched, only gave up 2 hits, had 7 strikeouts, 5 innings, as the Pleasant Valley Raiders win a Class 2A Area 9 game 11-1 over Ranburne. Speaking of area games, how about Class 3A Area 10? Rachel Smith's team, 25 runs. 25 runs. That's how many they scored. J.C. Glover went 2 for 3, had 3 runs, 4 RBIs. The Bulldogs got 14 hits. They scored 14 earned runs, had 18 RBIs. 3 RBIs came from Casey Brothers, who went 3 for 4. Carson Young, who went 1 for 4 with a double. Ava Pope, who went 2 for 2. Alyssa Mathis, who went 2 for 2. Kayla Brothers, who went 2 for 3. And Skylay Kirk, who was 2 for 2. A lot of RBIs came from all of them as Piedmont got the 25-2 win. Speaking of 3A Area 10, let's go to the other 2 teams in that area. How about the Weaver Bearcats and the Weldon Panthers? Kinley Fulmer, she has really been on fire here lately. She only gave up 3 hits. She had 4 strikeouts. At the plate, she went 2 for 3. She had 2 runs. She had 2 RBIs as Weaver got the win over Welborn, 12-2. Kaylin Free also went 2 for 3 for the Bearcats. She had a double, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. Alana Cooper had a single, had 2 RBIs. Ella Mae Kynes went 2 for 3 with a double, 2 runs, 1 RBI. Sydney Bitzer was 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. And Peyton Marvesty also had an RBI as the Weaver Bearcats got the area win 12-2. Cleveland, speaking of, not Cleveland County, speaking of Ohatchee, Coach Poe and the Ohatchee Indians had an area game in 3A Area 11 where they played host to the Glencoe Yellow Jackets. Tabby Davidson was the MVP. She went 3 for 4. She had a home run, a triple, 3 runs, and 3 RBIs. She was just a double away from the cycle as Ohatchee got the win. Mackenzie Luna was 3 for 4 with a double, a run, and 3 RBIs. Briley Meyer had a double, a run, and 3 RBIs. You know who else has been really good for the Indians? Brianna Martin. She had a pretty good game yesterday. She went 2 for 4 with a double, a run, 2 RBIs. Ellie Carden, who's headed to Gadsden State to play softball, she had a single, a run, and RBI. And we've been talking about triples today. Nathan, do you know how many triples we've said so far? Yeah, he just told me at least 4. That's right. Well, Ohatchee got triples from Alana Fitch and Savannah Reeves. That's 2 more triples yesterday from Action East Alabama. They also got a double from Graceland Reed as Ohatchee got the area win over Glencoe 13-7. Let's look at our next score. This is from soccer action. It is boys soccer. Coach Stott sent me the stats last night after the game. The Faith Christian Lions, though, would get the win 7-2 over Weaver. Mason Blackstone scored 4 goals for Faith Christian as they moved to 4-4 in area play. Cameron Rogers had 2 goals and an assist. How about 7th grader Colt Turley? He got his 2nd goal of the season. Jack Strotman had 2 assists. Joseph Carroll had 1. Orlando Mondragon scored both of Weaver's goals, but Faith Christian got the win 7-2. That is all of our softball and soccer action from yesterday here in East Alabama. Hey, we are going to talk more baseball, but we're going to talk youth baseball. Hey, when we come back, we're going to have an interview with the City of Anniston. Mr. Roberts is going to talk about the youth baseball program for Anniston. Later on in the show, we're going to talk with Darren Spruill, who's going to talk about Anniston youth soccer. We have more with both of them from the Aquatic Center in Anniston when we come back. Other than that, we'll be right back. I'm Namath Pitts, and you're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Can I help make pancakes, Dad?
Of course, buddy. I absolutely love these cabinets we have here in our showroom. And as much as you like these right here, the options on this kitchen over here, I think you're going to... For real, Randall?
I love this kitchen.
Let's do a kitchen makeover in your home.
Fair enough.
Seriously, guys?
We made you one.
Okay. We ought to do this more often.
We live in a world that moves quickly, and while we are able to connect faster than ever through technology, maybe you've noticed that real connection is hard to come by. Parker Memorial Baptist Church offers you a place to connect, a place to learn more about Jesus and the difference He can make in your life, a place to build relationships with like-minded believers, or maybe discover what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ. A place to use the gifts and talents God has given you. A place where we love God and we love you. Parker Memorial Baptist Church, 1205 Quintard Avenue, Anniston. Visit our website for details.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, or luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by the showroom there in Anniston. You can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Welborn Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, or tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And now they offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space. They have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That's shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room. Welcome back into the locker room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. We told you before the break that we would be talking the City of Anniston youth sports. We're now joined by Trevekio Roberts. Trevekio, first of all, why don't you just kind of introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do for the City of Anniston?
Trevekio Roberts, the Assistant Athletic Director for Anniston Park and Recreation. I pretty much do football, basketball, and pretty much over baseball.
All right, Trevekio, I met you during football season. You were helping out the youth Anniston team. Anniston has been really good in youth sports for a while. It kind of feeds into the high school, what makes it successful. Obviously, you go to the football teams, are always really good. Had a basketball team that won a state championship. So why don't you just kind of talk about just the what it is about the City of Anniston that makes these youth sports different than other communities?
The City of Anniston is very unique, especially when it comes down to the youth program. We have a lot of kids that are very talented, athletic, and they pretty much can do it all. We had a good football season, really didn't do well like we wanted to, but we did well enough. Basketball, we did pretty good with all our age groups, with our 12U winning the state championship. But basically, the City of Anniston youth is, the future of, Anniston High School. So we just try to build along, with the youth and try to, give them something to look at as far as moving forward.
Absolutely. Now, one of the biggest things you do is you are over the baseball for the Anniston youth part.
Right.
And that's a sport that, hey, if you look at the high school team this year, they've already won 2 games, which is improvement from previous years for Anniston baseball. So obviously you want to get these young guys and develop them so that when they get in high school, Anniston can get back to, it used to be a school back in the day where baseball was a sport that Anniston was successful at. So just kind of talk about what it is about the baseball side of things that you really enjoy, why you enjoy being a part of that.
I really enjoy it. Back in 2020 when I first started, it was just an unfortunate situation for me to even, be with baseball, but I was kind of over it. So I was just like, let me try to dip into it and, get active with it as basically, bring up our program. Before 2020, our program's been kind of down. So my job was to, kind of come in and build a program, get kids, out the house, basically, away from football and basketball into a different sport to where they can learn, they can grow in that as well. The program here itself has grown tremendously within the last 2 years. Since I've been here, it has grown. And the thing about it, with our program, we have kids that can actually play. The thing, we not just putting kids out there, just with no knowledge of the game, but we kind of give them the knowledge of the game. We get them we got great coaches that pretty much preach the same thing that I say. So basically, we're just trying to grow the program, and it's growing. The last 2 years, we have won 2 championships with our 10U and our 12U in our mid-season. But last year we won 12U and 10U in mid-season, and then we, capped it off with the state. We didn't really do anything good with the state, but that's what we're building on this year. We're just trying to teach our kids, pretty much let's take this game a little serious. Let's take it as serious as we take football, basketball, and let's grow with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's talk about, you offer 8U, obviously, which is coach pitch. You have a 10U, which is essentially AAA now, and then you have your 12U, which is essentially baseball, right? It's ozone.
Yes, sir. So with our 8U, we have Coach B.J. Colbert and Coach Kerr. They pretty much my 8U coaches. They do a great job with that group. With my 10U, I have Marquez Colbert and Marcus Venables over that group. And then with the 12U, is myself, J.D. Lee, and then Marcel Spence Sr. So we got a good coaching core as far as for our kids. With our 8U, they have been, this year, they kind of got better than they was last year. We had a fresh 8U group last year to now this year they're more experienced. We took a hit with our 10U this year because all those kids aged out and moved up. So with that group, it's pretty much, fresh with that group. They played Alexandria last night, lost 8-9, but from what I hear from my coach, it was a good game. They was in the game the whole time, but they just, didn't capitalize off the things that they needed to capitalize off of. And then with the 12U, we played Ohatchee last night. Big win for us, 15-1. I had great pitching by Haraji Harris to start the game off with. Then I had 2 home runs, as far as Marcel Spence hit a home run on the biggest field that we got. And then I had an inside the park by Cam Williams. He did a pretty good job. And we just got a lot of talented kids on that team. They give the younger kids something to look up to, and they set good examples for the younger kids. So they just try to, be a good leader for those young kids, so when they move up, they'll be able to understand what's going on.
Yeah, and, I got to be honest with you, I think sometimes people don't realize just how nice the facilities are that you guys use here at Fort McClellan. Like, I remember when I first was born, Fort McClellan was booming. It was the place, obviously, where everybody went. Then you kind of had Oxford come in and all that. But Fort McClellan's coming back where there's new businesses that are opening up. There's new things that are happening out here. Got a nice football field that you guys play at. The baseball facility is as nice as any as I've seen. So why don't you just kind of talk about Fort McClellan and where you guys play baseball at?
Our facilities is really top to none. A lot of our people come around, they give us good, reviews on it, how well, we take care of it. And then I just give a hats off to our facility crew. They do a good job at keeping the grass cut, keeping the dirt drug. They do a tremendous job with that. And it's just we work together. Sometimes I have to get out there and work with them at whatever we got to do to get the job done. We get the job done. So we kind of keep up our facilities. We want to make it as family-oriented and as pleasable as we can to anybody that comes to our parks. We have, soccer. Our soccer field is pretty much the biggest. We got the biggest soccer complex, I want to say, in this area for that. But it's just we pretty much treat our fields and facilities with a lot of respect. You know, we have, you know, people that come around that, you know, look at our facilities, you know, they want to do rentals and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like we pretty much have to keep it at a high scale for them.
Yeah. Now let's talk about for the athletes that play baseball for the City of Anniston, that play for your 8U, 10U, 12U. What is the district lines on that? How far out do you guys go in terms of students that can play for the City of Anniston or can't? Do they have to go to Anniston? How does that work?
We pretty much use in our City of Anniston kids, any kids that's in, you know, in our district, go to Anniston City schools, and then, you know, further on certain basis, if kids stay in a different area, then, you know, we may take them. But we try to tell the kids to stay in the area they in. But if you want to come to Anniston, you want to come play youth baseball at Anniston, we don't turn anyone down. You know, we pretty much, you know, let anybody, you know, that wants to come. But long as you stand in the Anniston City District, you know, we pretty much do, you know, those kids, you know, let those kids come in and, you know, whatever they need.
All right, let's talk about what's going on. Obviously, rain is a huge factor this week, but last night you guys did host the USSSA tournament out here at Fort McClellan. Had 2 games at 8U on both fields, B and C. You had games going on over on D and E as well. So just talk about the USSSA tournament, how that came about with you guys getting to host games. And then with the rain obviously washing out tonight's games, what does the rest of the week look like for that?
The USSSA, I really like the tournament. You know, it's a good idea for the kids. It give the kids something to, you know, look forward to as far as once they, you know, go within a season. It gives you like a kickoff for the season. And it's just like, you know, with us hosting, I enjoy it because it keep our parking lots filled. It keep our, you know, facility, you know, running. So it's like when people come around or people, you know, come to the games, you know, they can go back and be like, hey, you know, we played at Anniston, you know, it was a good facility, you know, we had no problems or anything like that. But it was just, you know, I like how the USSSA come in, you know, they pretty much got in contact with us, wanted to use our location and basically, you know, we did it the year before and it turned out good. So I was like, it was no hesitation with wanting to host this year.
Yeah, with the rain, though, what does the rest of the week look like, or is that still to be determined?
With the rain, pretty much I'm right now sitting here waiting on the top director to give me, you know, the next steps for it. But we're looking to, you know, pretty much start again on Thursday, either Thursday or Friday, around those times. And, you know, we just enjoyed that, you know, time as far as being, you know, in the program with the USSSA. So we just want them to, you know, enjoy having us, and then, you know, come back up on Friday, you know, if we finish the games and finish the schedule for the rest of the week.
All right, moving forward throughout the rest of the season, obviously you guys are going to be playing your home games here at Fort McClellan. A potential, this isn't for sure, but potential Grand Slam tournament coming here. Just talk about the future of Anniston youth baseball at Fort McClellan.
The future is very bright for our program. We're definitely growing. Like I said before, we're definitely growing. So therefore, we want to allow, you know, a lot of the things to go on. We hosted more home games this year. We're allowing more people to come in, use our fields for rentals, like the potential of a Grand Slam. That's very big for us because I feel like, you know, we host that, you know, some of the kids around the area, they see stuff like that and they actually just, you know, they see a future. So what we try to do, in every sport, we try to show the kids that you do have a future in it.
All right, Anniston youth baseball is certainly on the rise. Great things happening from my guy right here. So, hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about Anniston youth soccer, which is certainly one of the strongest youth programs, period, in the area. So, hey, we'll be right back with more on Anniston youth sports. You're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Can I help make pancakes, Dad?
Of course, buddy.
I absolutely love these cabinets we have here in our showroom. And as much as you like these right here, the options on this kitchen over here, I think you're going to... For real, Randall?
I love this kitchen.
Let's do a kitchen makeover in your home.
Fair enough.
Seriously, guys?
We made you one.
Okay, we ought to do this more often.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
In the city of Anniston, I feel like soccer-wise has had one of the strongest programs as long as I can remember. And obviously you have some of the nicest facilities when it comes to soccer. So let's just kind of talk about the City of Anniston youth soccer. What are the age groups for it? And let's just start with that.
Sure. We have a huge program. Our first is a tot soccer program, and that's for 1.5 to 3.5-year-old children. It's really just an hour on Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 o'clock, and different listening skills, different skills that we're teaching with. There's nothing further from your brain than your foot, so if you're working on those things where you're getting your agility and movement going, it helps out tremendously. Also, getting the kids used to being around other kids and taking instruction from someone besides mom or dad. And just being in that kind of an environment. It's been very well received. We've been doing it for 16 years. Our biggest group was 95 last spring, but this year we're a little bit shorter with 85, but I think we've got more coming, so should be a good one. We just do that every Saturday from 9 to 10 for the little ones, and the plan is for little brother, little sister to have their activity, and then big brother, big sister get to have their games starting at 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings. 10, and we went, honestly, 10, 2 games at 10, 2 games at 11, 2 games at 12, 2 games at 1, and that was a day for us. So very busy, very well received by the community, and just very good communal coaches helping out and leading by example.
So what is the max age cutoff for the City of Anniston youth soccer?
Yes, we have U6, U8, U10, and then 12U is our age groups, and we do have a travel program that works with us, and that's really for the kids that age out after 12. There's a program for them to go. We like to say we've got a soccer program from diapers to diplomas, from when they're first in to when they graduate. So is what we have.
Yeah. Nephew actually plays for the City of Anniston, so he's out here. But Darren, let's just start. You guys have some really nice facilities. The soccer facilities are top to none. I know this year the county soccer tournament ended up being at Chocolaca Park, but it's been in Fort McClellan for a while. So just kind of talk about the facilities, especially for the soccer area.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm very, very blessed to be in charge of these facilities. We as Anniston, take pride in the facilities. My field crew are top notch. They work miracles and do an incredible job, and they do it with the pride. They have a pride in their jobs, and they want to represent the city well. Trevekio, who you spoke with earlier, same thing, just has pride in Anniston and pride in wanting to do a good job and represent well, because we know we're the face of the city. You know, if the facilities look good, people think good things of the facility, so they know that, and we continue to strive to do that. The city backs us well on those things and allows us to keep those facilities up to good standards, and also allows us to host the tournaments and provide a good budget for us to help out with supplying the needs to run those programs.
Now, this is an interesting question, and it's kind of similar to asked him with baseball, but the ones that play youth soccer, because there's not really a lot. There's not a youth baseball. There's not a youth soccer at every school like there is a youth baseball.
Sure.
So when it comes to soccer and kind of where the limits are in terms of who can and can't play, are there any for the City of Anniston?
There's not. If you want to play soccer, we want you. We want you to come out here. We're very proud of our facility, proud of our program, and there's really not any limitations. If you would like to come in, be it from Weaver, Sachs, Welborn. We encourage you like I said, proud of our program and proud of our facilities, not knocking any other programs, encourage them, and we work with them also when they have programs in the fall. Oxford, Jacksonville, Faith, we do games with them, but like I said, we're proud of our programs, and we feel like we do a good job with them.